Well, never been used to start the race this early in PlayStation F1 tier. But we are here racing at the same time as PC F1 for the first time ever. We have been colliding in the past, or actually a week ago, when PC started the race around 50 minutes earlier than us on PSF1. But now we're starting at the exact same moment. We're waiting for the drivers to start to ready up, or actually they have readied up, but we are waiting for two more to allocate the tires. Anyway, welcome to Japanese Grand Prix on PlayStation's Ero F1 on the PlayStation, the best PlayStation tier of all on this league. And well, we are starting the race with the rainy qualifying in the temple. Well, Monza is called Temple of Speed, while Japanese Grand Prix, or actually the Suzuka track, may be called a temple of spin for many drivers, as in this track you can spin off very, very easily, same as I did, like 7 times on the same curb in turn 5 on yesterday's F2 race. Anyways, I'm Wojciech Śmigowski and welcome to Ero Ps F1 Japanese Grand Prix. We're having 18 drivers on the grid today, but the most important thing, we've got the title contenders of Guillain and Cameron Dowd. And Guil is already going out of the garage to start his hot lap on a Haas. He will be currently on the out lap, of course, but we are looking for loads of action today. So just making sure everything is going well on the stream, and well, we're having a wet qualifying session to say the least today. In terms of the second commentator of Luke Jobson, he will be, not just yet, but he will join later during the qualifying session, or maybe at the beginning of the race. Speaking of the race itself, we've got 2 drivers on the outlaps and both our title contenders. Also, AlphaTauris are going out of the pits. As well, if we are speaking about the championship standings, as I said about 2 title contenders going out of the track, the gap between Guillain and Cameron Dowd is on 19 points, the biggest one this season as far as I'm aware, or maybe it was bigger, even bigger after 2 rounds. But still, it doesn't change the fact we're having still a very close fight. It's 19 points, everything can happen. Speaking about the 3rd place, it's Aurélien Le Pen with 84 points. To compare, Guil 155, Cameron 136. 4th place belongs to Kalle Pulkkinen with 68 points. Then we've got Chibugachuk from Mercedes 62. Diogo Moraes 60, Michael Engelian and Steinavis 38 for both, Joshua Evans 36 following his last podium in Azerbaijan, and Karsten Gerting, who is unfortunately not racing today, 33 points. So we're looking to find some conclusion about the championship for today. Is Aurélien Le Pen going to join the battle, or are the top 2 going to pull away from the Frenchman? That's one of the questions for today. Also, we're wondering about the places from 4th to 6th, because I believe that 7th place is actually pretty much out of the championship contention at the moment. So this race might be a decider if Kalle Pulkkinen, Chibugachuk, Diogo Moraes and Aurélien Le Pen will join the championship fight for the 1st place, not only the 3rd. We will go for the hot lap, and I'll be doing some slight sounds adjustments. Well, because you need to hear myself better, for example, or something. Let me know in the chat if it's all good. And just to make sure everything should be going fine, yes it is. So, we're on the Inter tires for the qualifying, but we already know that the race is going to be under dry conditions. Fully sunny, fully beautifully, and well, the sunshine will be rising up around the Suzuka circuit. Girl goes around through Spoon, and he's going to the straight that technically has no DRS before the 130R. As he goes to the purple sector, goes out of the track on the exit of this corner, goes to the final chicane of the circuit, which has loads of different types of corners, both slow, both quick. Actually, some of them are slow, some of them are quick, some of them are chicanes. Guil gets 38.3, setting up the benchmark for today's Grand Prix. How about Cameron Dowd? he gets a second and 2/10 faster. And that's actually a quite big margin between these two. So I believe there will be at least a couple of drivers between Guil and Cameron. For example, Josh Evans, who's going to the final corner at the moment, to the chicane. And he's about to set his lap time as well. The only driver in the pits is Antonio Oginski in the McLaren. As Josh goes third fastest, 38.6. There's a hass of Diogo Moraes behind him, but he's got invalidated lap time. So we'll switch to Kalle Pulkkinen, who's going second fastest with 37.8. These conditions during qualifying may mix up a lot of things today. That's of the static grid, as the Red Bulls are doing a 1-2 at the moment. And doing a front row lockout. Speaking about reserves, because we didn't mention them, these are two reserve F2 drivers, actually not reserve F2, but F2 drivers, who have scored a second and first place yesterday in Suzuka. The race winner, Peter Zundberg, and Maciej Lutwiński, who got second place, are teammates for Aston Martin for today. Any more reserves? No. So apparently we're looking 2 laps with the Polish driver, one of the 3 Poles on the grid today, because we've got both McLarens from Poland as well. His teammate is currently in the pits. Diogo Moraes continues, as he's again in the spoon, not invalidated yet. And now he'll be going towards 130R. But we'll be switching, we'll stay with the Haas apparently. As Diogo Moraes goes now to the left-hander. And speaking of Diogo, we cannot forget that himself and Kalle Pulkkinen from Alfa Romeo have raced last Monday in a Grid Finder event powered by Grid Rival. And they have won, with Cones actually dominating the grid, winning by around 13 seconds. And Kalle, who's just gone third in the qualifying, has gone fifth in the race of that event. So we won. Well, that's a bit of an achievement. As we'll be switching to the Aston Martin of the F2 reserve of Wojciech, who is currently going into 130R. As he's now going for the final sector. Looking at the changes in the qualifying standings, Michael Angelik has just beaten Kasper Kolasa and got into 6th place. How about the Aston Martin, who says he's not the strongest in the wet conditions, but when it comes to the dry tires, he's doing magic, especially yesterday it happened. Also, Maciej has done 1:40.1, but let's not consider that as his best possible time. We know he can do way better than that. And actually, I'm wondering if most of the drivers are actually on the hot laps. As you can see, Wagner has invalidated, so we will be switching to anyone who is in the Sector 3, and it's Kalle Pulkkinen to be seen. Oh, he's going to the Sector 3. It's Liam Cross on the final chicane, who's currently warming up his tires and starting a lap right now. So, Kalle is using no ERS, so he's definitely not doing a lap. But Kasper Kolasa is, and he's improving himself by a 10th, which puts him currently on the 6th place, and he's got purple Sector 2. By the end of the sector is purple apparently, as Diogo Moraes outscores Cameron Dowds by 0.4 of a second and gets the provisional pole. He was able of winning twice in a row recently, as he was going in the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix for a long time. He was about to overtake Michael Angelik, who was on the old mediums on that race. But unfortunately we know what happened. It was a technical issue from his wheel, and therefore his dreams of a victory on home soil have ended. But in Baku he had the chance as well, because he was ahead of Guil. He was well ahead of Guil. But once Guil has overtaken him, he's gone away. Just like that. So Cones had to satisfy himself with the 3rd place, because Josh has overtaken him on the last lap with the famous DRS battle between these two. As Kasper Kolasa goes indeed 6th with 37.8 in all of that. As we've got a spin of Antoine de Montier on the S's. And thanks for reminding me that I have spun around here on the first lap of Grand Prix yesterday, as de Montier rejoins the track, but this was not the safest manner. Thankfully he's avoided any incidents with August Linderson. Because only 2 points this season are from fastest laps, both in China and Azerbaijan. Liam Cross, I guess, is about to cross the line. Yes, he is. As he's going with the 5th gear, the driver who has been promoted from F2 early this season goes 6th fastest with 37.8. We will be seeing loads of drivers doing loads of lap times in this qualifying session, especially considering it's wet. Oh, come on, Diogo, why are you that quick? 36.3 for the Portuguese driver. He's actually outstanding today. He's dominating like in Grid Finder event last Monday. As the Haas is now currently going through the S's, there is an AlphaTauri probably letting him by. We'll be switching to the Red Bull of Cameron Dowd, I guess, as he's now with a purple sector in Sector 2, going for the final chicane. And he is about to cross the line as well. To get position number, I guess it will be 2nd. Yes, it is. 3.6 tenths of a second behind Diego Moraes. We'll speak of the Red Bulls in real F1. I don't think we should be making any spoilers about any real F1 performances. But considering it has happened yesterday, well, if this was race, I wouldn't make any spoilers about it. But speaking about the qualifying, for your confirmation, Perez is starting with pole position in Saudi Arabia real F1 Grand Prix, for your notice before the race, if you missed out the real qualifying, ahead of Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. So that's the top 4, and, well, surprisingly, Lewis Hamilton has been eliminated in Q1. Well, I know the car of Mercedes has not been the best yet this season, but still. It was the first time since Brazil 2017, but he has crashed out there. And by the calculations I have seen on the internet, the last time when Lewis was out of qualifying in Q1, in the first part, by pure pace, was, I guess, Turkey or Malaysia 2009. So that has been 12 years without him in Q2. Without him dropping out on Q1. Like by pure pace, of course. Wagner is about to cross the line or go to the pits. Well, he misses the bolliard, but it's fine. It's a qualifying. And from what I see, the sun is getting up around here, and the rain is getting a bit lighter around Suzuka. So, well, I don't think there will be any dry tires for the qualifying today. Or maybe in just the last minute, as Antoine de Montier goes out of the track, but this is not an invalidation. He's technically lost time on this section. Guil is only 13th, but he's thankfully going out the garage and spins instantly. Or is he just letting by an Aston Martin? I don't know. As Lutinsky is about to go to the pit, same as Chukfuma. How about Leo Tool, who needs to improve right now, as he's done 2:10.5. That's speed. Well, it isn't technically, but still, you need to find those additional seconds that he invalidates yet again and spins round to destroy his front wing. One of the two drivers, or actually the only driver on the hot lap at the moment, is Peter Zundberg, but he doesn't look like pushing. He's not using any ERS, so I guess he's going to the pits as well. We're looking at Guil, who's currently only 13th in the qualifying standings. I mean, would you expect that at any point? As the only driver to stay in the pits is Antonio Oginski. He's not done any lap yet. I haven't seen him going out of the pits at the moment. And I haven't seen any disconnections out of all of these 18 drivers. Just for your information, before Guil starts the lap, just to remind you, we're starting early today because we are actually rushing towards the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which starts at 6 PM UK, and 6 PM UK is our normal start time. But it's all good, 4:15, and we started our Grand Prix. And the rain has stopped! The rain has stopped, which means Guil has to go out of the track in order to save the car. Because from now on, the drivers will be losing more and more grip. I think if anyone goes out of softs right now, like Cameron, they might be going for pole position, or maybe we see a sensational pole position, like Hasanakcha did yesterday in the F2 race. He was a driver who was in the midfield at best, but he has turned line back on. Well, actually, he had to turn the line back on. Not because of the pace, because of the time management and stuff. But speaking about him, he's got sensational pole position here in Japan, outscoring Petuka by 0.4 of a second. Yellow flags in Sector 2, and I think that's Williams leading by one of the drivers. We don't have any red flags in this game yet, maybe in F1 2022. I just hope there will be no red flags in real F1 today. And maybe no safety cars. Would prefer the wet race though. But it's dry already, as we know. As Guil is now on the 130, and I wonder, what's the delta time? As Cameron is big soft, Guil is 9 milliseconds slower compared to his best lap. So I guess he's going to the pit and rushing out on the softs as quickly as possible. I'll just be happy to start last. I don't know. Everyone is rushing to make their laps. I've seen some improvement, but I'm not sure from who. It probably was Aurelien Leperoux on the third. But Guil crosses the line and doesn't improve at all. And that's qualifying over for Guil, who's just 13th for the grid. Luckily, he's got 19 points of advantage in the championship standings, ahead of Cameron Dowd. And if Cameron gets at least second place, well then Guil has to rely on his teammate. Because otherwise, it's going to be a huge problem for the Frenchman. As he might lose the championship lead, as same as he was about to lose the car around here, as Cameron goes out of the pit. And I wonder how the softs are looking like at the moment. Cameron nearly spins round. I think this is the period where no tire is good. Even though Axel improves by around 0.6 of a second and is already second place. So he might be going for one more lap. Cameron is struggling very much on these soft compound tires. Back to Guil. He's on the spin. Actually, he's going towards spin. As quickly as he can. And he needs to use all of his power in order to improve the lap. Because, well, the softs are still very bad around this track, and I don't think they'll be on time. As Luke Jobson has joined us on the game. And we'll be starting the conversation with him pretty soon. I'm already calling him, so it's a matter of time when he joins. As Guil is about to cross the final corner. And I think he will improve this time right now. It's 37, it's 37.2, placing him in 5th. So we'll not see a disaster qualifying for Guil, even though he will be going for the first place. And hello, Luke. Welcome to the stream.
Hello. Okay, I can't change spectator. I'm stuck on coolants.
Well, in the meantime, I'll say Guil was about to have a disaster qualifying session as he was only 13th. Thankfully, he's now improved and he's now 6th. His teammate, Diogo Moraes... What, once again?
How much longer is the qualifying going for?
It's actually a checkered flag and I can see the Haas being spun around.
That's Guil, not Coolins.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on Coolins on board, so... I'm still at Inters, but what's the race?
The race is completely dry. Meanwhile, Diogo Moraes is still improving his lap time as Kasper Kloster retires from the session. I think he's crashed out. Or the car is moving. As Cameron Dowd is struggling very much, I don't think it was the right call to try the soft tires. If it was like 3 minutes later, then we would have himself, Cameron, going for pole. We're watching... We'll just spun around anyway. So we're switching to Steve Navis in the Ferrari. Who's going to cross the line right now, and he's going to improve his time. Yes, he did, and got into 6th. So Guil is still 7th in the qualifying.
So he's on pole right now.
What?
He was on pole right now, since I can't see anything. I'm stuck on Coolins and I can't bring anything up.
Well, it counts on pole as Jofuma is about to finish his lap. He's gone wide. He invalidates his lap. He's going to the pits. That's the end of the qualifying for him. And I guess since Cameron will not improve his lap time at all, he's already losing 13 seconds. Well, that's the qualifying over.
Okay, I'm gonna join when the race starts because my sound's not working.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on the stream. Okay, because I can actually watch it and see what the qualifying.
Have you got the backup invite, by the way?
Yeah, I can use yours again. So.
Okay. So Cameron retired from the session. The qualifying results are: Diogo Moraes starts from pole position, and behind him there are 2 Red Bull drivers. So Diogo is going to be a vital part for Google's championship leadership. We've got 2 Red Bull drivers. So yep, I can hear myself on the stream.
Sorry, I thought I'd beat you.
Yep, I know my commentary is great, but it doesn't mean you have to listen to it during your commentary. But still.
No, I was just watching what the grid was.
Diogo Moraes, Aurélien Lepenroux, Cameron Dowds, Leo Tool, Ferry Wagner, Caleb Lukinen, Stein Aves, Guillaume Darunia, Josh Evans, and Liam Cross. That is the top 10 of the qualifying session. And behind it, there are Peter Zundberg, Diego Czechuma, Kasper Kolasa, Maciej Lutiński, Antoine de Montier, Michael Engelien, August Linderson, and Antoni Oginski. Without a lap time, starts from the last place.
I didn't expect snipers to be that far down. Especially because he's really good at like changing conditions.
So we're into.
What's your predictions then?
Most people say that Lepenroux will take the victory, like a third this season, and he might join the championship battle as well. And then we're having some tensions between the Red Bulls because they are still unsure who is the driver number 1.
Right, let's not go about that because they're still fighting over that. So just like real life, the F1 for qualifying, which I won't go into from yesterday.
Yep, and I have already spoken who's won.
I was going to say, and hopefully we can obviously see the race. Obviously, if nothing happens today, that delays the race this badly.
Let me just make sure if there is an F1 on PC going on. Yes, it is. There's already a flag, by the way. So I'm just doing a ping in the announcements before the race starts, and the formation lap starts right now.
So actually, I'm going to say you got pole in PC1.
As far as I'm aware, it was Tony Rish.
Yeah,
just so
Tony,
you know
yeah.
the picture of the PC race as well, so we don't have to switch.
By 23,000, he took pole. Okay, I'm going to join now, and hopefully it works. No, actually, no, I'm going to wait till the race start. I'm not going to risk break in the lobby.
Okay.
But I'm curious actually because obviously, are you talking about what Cohen's Ken and all that took part in?
Yes.
And obviously, you can tell Cohen's has actually got really good luck now, maybe.
Yup, he's actually dominated that event.
And obviously, you never know, he dominated Japan because Japan doesn't have many places to overtake. Yeah, it's the front stretch of DRS and then 130R if you're brave, or the infamous Prost and Senna corner.
Please don't remind me about that, because I have seen on Reddit the another angle from that incident, and it was clearly visible that Prost was casually turning into Senna.
Let's just not go about that, but yes, I do agree with that.
Yep, it was definitely the French one. Anyway, I hope there will be no incidents today, including any Frenchmen as well. We're hoping to see some good action around the Suzuka circuit, as we've got various strategies. As you can see, both of the front row are on soft tires. Then we've got Cameron, Leo Tool, and Wagner on the mediums. Kalle with Stein on the soft. Guido goes on mediums. Same as Josh, Liam, Chibukem, Kasper, Maciek, Antoine, and Michael. And Peter Sundberg, August Linderson, and Antoni Oginski are going on softs.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the start goes.
Yep.
There's obviously only one person do the start behind in the lobby. So have
As we've got last cars approaching the grid, the Mercedes, the Ferrari, and the Aston Martin I see.
I'm surprised no one picked hards, but fair do.
Well, you can easily go medium to softs.
Yeah.
Even though I have spun like 7 times yesterday in F2, my mediums were going for 21 laps, and I got actually an indicator on lap 21. But speaking of the race start, it's about to get underway in the Japanese Grand Prix. As the lights are going out, the drivers are ready to start the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away you go, it looks like. Kons has got a pretty good start and will take the lead of the race ahead of our Le Pen Roux. Can Cameron Dowds get into second place? No, they will stay on the top 3 places, same as even 4th, Leo Tool, as we've got will-to-will battle between Wagner and one of the Ferraris, and Kalle Pulkkinen is now fighting Wagner, who is the Seasons 5 F2 champion, and Wagner keeps the 6th place, lost the one on the start, but it's generally a pretty clean start from everyone, just going through this, through the S's.
Okay, I am now in the lobby, so I can see all this now. That's good. And thankfully, no one's actually killed themselves. So Sniper and Wiggly, Sniper's fell to the last place now.
Yup,
So-
as Maciej is fighting Antoine Dumontier for the 15th, we can see position swaps, but we follow.
Ken's off of the hairpin.
He's lost it?
No, yeah, he's lost. He's not hit the wall, but he's got no damage. It looks like, but he's into last place now. I don't know what happened there. I cut through and I see him cars flying. Goo is all over Wojciech now. He might go for the inside, side by side. And Goo gets into P6 now.
And that's a move made by Guillaume, who's already 2 places up. One of them was Kalle Pulkkinen's spin, who's now on the last place. Lost the car, the Alfa Romeo. More bad luck after Azerbaijan Grand Prix DNF.
Oh, let's not even go about backwards.
Even though there were completely no reports about it, that's actually surprising following an action that happened there.
I was happy because Baku is one of those tracks you expect at least one report. But Cohen's obviously is pulling away from Axel just slightly, 5/10.
And he's doing a good job about.
Oh, it's Ken. Oh, Ken has the front wing damage. He's actually pitted along with Sniper. Oh, that's why Sniper, he had a front wing change. So Sniper and Ken's afternoon's ruined.
Well, I hope they'll be back on the way pretty soon. And maybe into the race action.
Yeah, you never know. Someone could die at the corner I've died 3 seasons in a row at.
Well, and it actually happened. Using this moment of nothing happening, I'll just adjust the audio settings slightly.
Okay.
As Diego Moraes continues to lead the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yeah, and obviously he's just trying to pull away from Axel, but Axel's got Cameron closing up on the mediums. And then Taze also, and then obviously Stinos and then Goo will trying to catch up to these guys.
So, the Red Bull of Le Pen Roux is currently still in the second because, well, these 2 Red Bull drivers are on different strategies. So Cameron just lets Aurelian to push through and maybe even get an overtake on Diego Moraes when there is a DRS, because we still got no DRS this lap. On the start-finish straight, we'll not have DRS on this time, only the next time.
This is when Axel goes for a dive at this corner next lap.
Well, maybe.
Oh no, they would actually scream at each other.
DRS is now enabled, Cameron gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Are the mediums already faster than softs?
Apparently, because Google's now fastest car in track in P6. But Google's got no ERS. Again.
So he has been pushing a lot.
Yeah, but Google, no, his approach changed this season, because he used to be conserving a lot. Now this season, he uses a lot of it. So he's changed his strategy, I think because of these new rivals, obviously changing, like Cameron uses all of it and then saves. But the podium's obviously not settled because you never know what the strategy's going to pull out here. Because if these guys have caught the soft runners with only 2 lap olds, the soft runners later on might struggle in the end.
Actually, at the end of the stints, of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But the medium seems to be much better Nick already.
And as I can see, Gould is already having non-ERS and he's still using it. Whatever he has left.
And he's just trying to stay in Stinos' DRS, I feel right now. Because he knows he needs to stay with Stinos or he's going to lose these guys ahead of him.
Currently has fastest stop of the Grand Prix. He's got no ERS at all at the moment. That's not the ERS management you wish to have. The rest of the drivers have around 40%.
He's going to have DRS as well, I think. Just.
No, he will not.
Cohen's now fastest car on track. Yeah, so Google's going to struggle now. Wojciech's going to be on with DRS and keep chasing him down.
Guil cannot even turn on his 8th gear on the main straight. Wagner is very close to Guil. Down into S's.
Oh, Mr. Motor's out! Oh, he's smashed out of turn 1. Is that going to bring out a safety car?
It could be, because yes, it is.
So that's Sniper and Ken blushes and spared. But now, Watino, this is bringing us memory, isn't it?
Yeah. But this time the tyre management is easier.
As Sniper pits for mediums, and I think Ken did not pit.
Well, actually, you can even pick go on for mediums and go until the rest of the race. It's possible, actually. You will have 80% of tyre wear, but you will be able to finish.
I just thought Ken would pick for fresh tyres to make sure he could definitely make it to the end. But now, what is everyone going to do now? Because I feel like some of the guys, the soft runners, have to pit for mediums now.
Well, and they'll be able to finish the race or safely go for hards. You may be slower, but you still will be able.
But the question is, what are the medium runners going to do?
Are
they going to go for hard, or are they going to spend their stint now? Alright, I'm going to stick on board of Corns and see what he does first, since he's first car on track still. Right, Corns is coming to the pit lane now. And
I hope for no safety cars lap 3.
No, Corns is the pit. Corns did not pit.
As Lepenroot does. Cameron stays out, Lee stays out.
Stinos pits, Pachuca pits. Oh, Corns, every soft run is pitted, apart from Corns.
He's probably thinking to extend the stint for like 10 more laps. Maybe not, but 8 at least.
It's going to be very hard for him to hold up with everyone behind him on mediums. And he's got Cameron, Taz, and Gould behind him. So, probably 3 of the guys who've got so much pace. So that's, well, that's going to be entertaining to say the least now. As Stinos has gone hard, a few hard ones have come out.
Yep, and they'll be definitely going until the end of the race, unless there's a late safety car.
You never know, it happened, it happened.
Yeah, it happens.
Have you gone through the standings still or not?
So we are waiting for the action to go on as Gilligan pits again for the hard.
Sniper can't pick what tires he wants. So I feel like we're gonna have another lap, we're gonna have one more lap of safety car by how far he is. But I don't know if that's good for Corns or bad for Corns.
It's good for Corns because he still can extend his soft run.
Well, we'll have to see how the strategy plays out, because the guy who's going to be trying to use his advantage is going to be Gould, because his teammate's going to be leading these guys, and he might be able to catch them and get a move.
Well, it all depends if Diogo can make a train for his teammate.
Yeah, but let's not remind ourselves about what happened in Portugal when these 3 guys battled. Because let's just say Cameron got given a victory that day.
Yeah.
But, alright, let's just see how this goes, because I'm hoping that nothing's going to happen here. But it is Japan.
And we're having one more lap behind Bernd Mailander, who's peacefully leading the race, dominates the field at the moment. Actually, we are waiting for Mikhail and Galian. As you can see, he's now going into the sector 3. So I guess he'll be catching the grid, maybe still on the S's.
Oh wow, Merck still haven't put the car in the pit lane.
What if he pits again?
No, sorry, I was talking about a real F1, sorry.
You're speaking about Hamilton?
Yes, apparently he said he wanted to change his setup enough to go and park firmly to start in the pit lane. And they haven't done any adjustments yet at all. And why is Cameron... Okay. Okay, Cameron.
He's actually will to will with Diogo.
It's a bit aggressive, but alright.
Well, at least you don't let your rival to warm up the tires.
Yeah.
But you're also losing the temperature yourself.
I was gonna say, but it's the fact that you can't be like that aggressive like what Sebastian Vettel like. Was it Baku? Was it? No, it wasn't Baku. What track was it? When he pulled alongside Oh no, it was Montoya in 2002.
And what happened back then, because I probably wasn't even on this world yet.
Yeah, it's just Montoya kept trying to make Michael Schumacher speed up.
Okay.
And apparently, Djokovic won the feature race.
And Jehan Daruvala has gone from 14th to 3rd, speaking about the F2 Prix race in Saudi Arabia, right?
Oh, yeah. Pit stops. Sniper Arctic, 3.
As we're having this race being restarted right now into lap 7 of this Japanese Grand Prix. Diogo Moraes is the only soft runner on the track, and he's warming up his tires. He needs to manage them, because he needs to extend his stand in order to not lose this race. This might have been a great strategy call or an awful strategy call, and we'll get known about that a few more laps into this race. Diogo Moraes now goes to the final corner, and he will restart the Japanese Grand Prix.
He's caught Cameron as well. He's caught Cameron so much napping.
And he's actually already 0.7 of a second ahead of his Red Bull rival.
And nothing else. Here comes... Axel's got past Wojciech on the restart. P9.
As Wojciech is currently in the 10th, Lepenro is 9th. He goes into the S's, a place up comparing to the restart.
Yeah, Colt is slowly inching away in the S's.
So his soft management might have been pretty well done.
Yeah, because he's inching slightly better, but Cameron gets better exits, it looks like.
As Cameron is already 9/10 behind.
Yeah, so Colt, I think, is just going to try and get out DRS as if he can. And he's
about to do it.
Yeah, Colt is absolutely pushing now on these softs. Because he probably push stints, and then his mediums will definitely make it to the end if he can push these softs any further. But the question is, I think he's just trying to get out of Cameron's way.
And also DRS.
Yeah, so he's just trying to get Cameron out of the picture so he can focus on driving. But Cameron's not just using the ERS to keep up the cones.
And it all depends on their ERS management. As you can see, for example, Liotto is already having 70%, Cameron's having 50%.
Yeah, Cameron's using a lot to keep up 2 cones here. He's going to stay in it, but only by 2 tenths. So
and we're still having 1 more lap.
And Cohen still has his soft pace, absolutely incredibly. And we're now lap 11.8. He goes fastest now. That's another 10 quicker than his time before.
So we're having actually, as you can see, there's top 12 and the last 5 of drivers at the moment on the grid.
I think Simon's gone side by side for P16 and is out of last place now.
And he'll continue to rush and go up the field.
Remember, he had 3 pit stops already, so...
Well, he's definitely done the limit for today.
No, he hasn't. He has to do Canada, Jensen Button.
Or myself as well.
No, he had 6 pit stops. But Coens is not getting able to get away fully now. Ken now gets a 3-second time penalty. But Coens is struggling now. Cameron's now pushing behind him now. The gap's only less than 7 tenths now.
Cameron is only 6 tenths as it said, and he's closing down on Diogo Moraes, who's got a little bit of a moment on Spoon.
Hey, Spoon.
So it all depends on Coens actually not letting Cameron through, not being overtaken. Otherwise, Cameron will gain a lot in the championship standings after last week's DNF in Baku.
Yeah,
and it was all due to a jump start.
Oh, Axel's just done that move. Oh, yeah, he did. Axel did the move that we're talking about.
He sent it.
Yep, because he's got past Liam for P8. I already noticed it when he moved up the position. And that's the only place he would have made an overtake. So Axel has just turned an Alan Prost in centre move, but no collision.
Yes,
And
that's why we have better standards than F1 in 1989.
Wojciech's struggling a bit now. Wojciech's caught the car again, so he's losing time to the Guil now ahead of him.
He's still going for his best result of the season. He's got like one race where he finished with no points, one 8th place, and the rest are DNFs. So he definitely needs to improve in order to help Alpine in the standings.
But he has Josh now, who got his first podium this season. He's right behind now in the AlphaTauri. Obviously, his pace has been incredible in the last 2 races now, compared to what it used to be.
Yep. He's getting better and better each week.
It's the fact he challenged Guil for P2 for a bit in Baku. It still shocks me. But obviously, Cohen still leads 5 tenths only now with Cameron. But Cameron has less ERS still. So he's using a lot to keep up. Taz is using a lot, and Guil's nearly ran out again.
He's definitely not saving that.
Yeah, and Cohen's is struggling on exit now, because look at Cameron. Cameron might get the move here.
And he's getting that ERS. He's getting that ERS. He's going for it into turn 1. He goes to the inside, and he takes the lead of the race.
Cohen's let the inside open, and Cameron dove for it. Now, is Cohen's going to pit now, is what I'm wondering, because he's lost position.
And I wonder what he's going to do about Leo 2.
As Ken's got past 2 cars and 2 laps in the same spot into P13 now. He's recovery drive enabled right now. Wage and Josh are still battling for P5, but they've got Axel and Loki chasing them down. But they've got a lot of battles going on the track, to say the least.
Yep, as we're following the top, because it's the championship that matters, where every single point counts. And at the moment, the gap between Cameron and Guil is 25 versus 12 for today, which means the gap is dropped to 6 points.
Yeah, but Cohen isn't exactly letting Cameron get away. The gap's only 5 tenths something, you think, as Axe has gone past Loki on Spoon.
And that's another overtake made by the Red Bull. And he's now chasing Josh Evans,
who's just trying to make a move on Wage, who's struggling a bit on his tyres now.
And also has little ERS.
Yep, as Taz, is he going to look? No, he's just too far back, and he locked up a bit trying to break there. Now, is Cameron going to lose the lead here to Coens again? Because Cameron's going to yes, here comes Coens, he's flying up.
As Leo 2 is closing as well, it's going to be a free ride nearly into turn 1 and 2. Thankfully, all of them keep it clean. Leo 2 gets the 2nd place. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there, but obviously Coens just holds it. I literally expected him to have a massive spin at turn 1 there, knowing that the game contact. But thankfully,
I expected the same.
Yeah, because you know how broken the little contact system is sometimes.
Well, it's not about the game contact. It's actually about it's a free ride into turn 1, where you just go through throttle, and then you have to suddenly brake into 4th gear.
I know, but thankfully Taz and Coens didn't have a huge crash there. But this has just allowed Guil to catch back up to these guys now. And Cameron is going to try and get away now. Because he's pushing ERS now as well, Cameron.
Yup, he's already 6 tenths up. So we're more looking for Leo 2 overtaking Diogo Moraes for the 2nd, rather than swap in the leadership.
Taz goes wide at Spoon there, and Guil is going to be watching this, eagerly trying to make a move. He's started saving the ERS now, Guil.
We can say finally after these first laps of the race. And I wonder if Diogo Moraes is going to the pits right now.
I don't think he will, because he might go for another lap, I feel like, because he's keeping up to Cameron on the old softs.
And yes, he stays out.
Yep, so he's going to stay out. I think he's going to happily stay in the DRS train with Cameron right now.
As he's closing down on Cameron Dowd, I don't think he'll be making a move this lap, but he'll be still close.
Wow, that's nearly so close.
As Scully is out of the race for the 2nd time running.
I'm going to hit the Wrigley. Oh, it's in the pit lane! And it's safety car again! This is just saved Coens! So if Coens pitted... Oh, I don't actually want to happen there. So if Coens had pitted that lap... Oh, I don't know if he would have been ahead or not.
Well, we're having a very interesting situation indeed right now, as we've got the second safety car.
I think the mediums are going to have to pit hard. That's the only way now, because they can't do softs for 15 laps or 13 laps, basically.
Well,
Codes could definitely go to the end now, mediums.
yeah.
But it's everyone else is going to have to pick either hard or one of them is going to be bold and go for bleed hards. No, not the hard, softs.
So, looking at the tire situation, everyone has already got no or one pit stop, except for Michaelis, who's got 3 pit stop. But you've got either 11 laps old tires or 6 laps old tires. And the first one with 6 laps old tires is Lepenru on the 7th place. Then we've got Steinavis, then we've got Peter Sundberg, Kasper Kolasa, Michael Hungarian, Antoine de Montier, and August Linderson. All of them are on 6 laps hard, except for Peter. And in terms of the 11 laps mediums, everyone is on mediums actually. But Cones, who's speeding now.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to pit now. So Google's slowing down, look.
Yup, he's avoiding the double stack.
Alright, Cameron's got softs!
And that's a bold one. I think
Cameron
we will do the same.
I think, same with Taz. Yeah, oh wow, oh god. Google... Yeah, oh wow, this is gonna be interesting now. As Capicult and Axel did not pit.
The top 2 drivers have not decided to pit. They have decided to be happy to stay out.
Well,
and maybe
Capicops can go to the end. Remember, Axel's gonna be on the cusp now.
like if you were Casper, you would have also gone for mediums and go to the end of the race because you've got those 2 different tire compounds.
I still think the softs are going to be literally dead at the end, maybe. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens, you know?
So half a second, of course, it's because of the safety car, but, well, the gap went from like 8 seconds to 4 tenths.
Logic.
Yeah, this is the safety car. Anyway, we're waiting for the rest of the pack to catch up.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what was that noise?
Oh, I just have to move my headphones, but it's alright. This is why I have turned myself, I have muted myself for a little moment on the stream. But
so,
still...
Sniper's now on 4 pit stops.
On the mediums, and I think the medium runners will go with the best. We have the top of the mediums.
So softs are going to have a good amount of pace, but then they're going to start dying off around their lap, like 8 laps in, I feel like.
Yup. And I wonder if 15 laps on soft tires is manageable. If it's possible.
I know, that's something. They're gonna have the safety car could actually go in at this lap. Can rejoin probably to help Liam, maybe.
Yup, and the safety car refuses to go in.
Unless he's going to do it later for some stupid reason. But no, it's probably going for the lap, it looks like, even though every car's here. Yep, so we're gonna start lap 14. We're gonna start, it seems. Even though all the cars are in line for some stupid reason.
Yup. And also, let's look at the position changes because they are interesting indeed. As still, reminder that Lepenru and Kolasa are on the top 2 and have not pitted, but still, it's Kolasa with 11 places up. That's a lot. The man with the most positions being lost is Steinavis with 4 positions down, and Diogo Moraes with 3 positions down. Wagner 2 places, same as Peter Zundberg, and Lotto with 1 place. I know that, but there's less people with positions going down than positions going up. I'm just reminding these with red color.
But it's the curious one for me is Capicops, and that's how hard is he going to defend the cars behind him?
Well, he's got that penalty.
I know, but Cameron's going to be wanting to get past these guys as quickly as possible to get away. Because I feel like he knows Cohen's going to have the better tyre to the end.
So it all depends on Lepenru and the championship fight.
And the soft tyre management.
Yep. Do you feel like there will be some punctures today?
It's Japan, remember? And obviously, I'm not even trying to bring this up, but you've had experience on like 24 Apple meat hard, wasn't it? Because at 24 laps you had a puncher, and obviously you never know. Because around 12 laps on stops is a bit...
It's an optimal one. But you still get like 50-60%.
Yeah, but you never know. You could have a puncher on the last corner with spoon.
Or you can have it on the penultimate lap in the spoon on hards.
Yeah. But we'll have to wait and see how it happens. Oh, I just realised why you said that.
Yes. Is the safety car
okay.
in this lap? Well, I hope
It has to be. It better be, because why would we go around another lap? Yeah, access.
Yes, it is. It's green light, and it is in this lap. Indeed.
You know, I really thought Axel glitched there because he backed off too quickly, and I thought it was going to go for another lap there.
So, Lepenru now leads the restart, not Diego Moraes, who's currently on the 4th place. All of the drivers but top 2 are on brand new tires, and we will see how will they manage it, because most of them are on soft. Lepenru is already restarting the race, and he's about to get the race going. It's a green flag.
How about Samuel already for P2 already?
Yup, as his teammate is about to make a move in the 2nd place and needs to regain time as quickly as possible. Remember, Diego is on the medium tires, so he might be going way better at the end stages of this Grand Prix. Cameron is already 2nd. We'll see how quickly Diego will overtake Casper.
Yeah, but obviously he's got to defend against Taz also. Obviously, but this is the bit where obviously around Japan, there's not many places to get past. So
and that might be an issue, as you can see, Casper is already 8 tenths behind the Red Bull.
Well, there's only one. There we go. But there's only one move Coles could do if he's brave, is a dive up the hairpin.
And is he going to make it? He's 3 tenths behind. He's. And he makes the move for the 4th. Possibly no, he stays behind. And it opens up a place for Goya to make a move. Red Bulls are fighting for the lead of the race, and the Red Bulls are side by side with the spoon, and looks like Lepenru stays ahead.
Oh wow, so these two are going to argue, yeah, but he might have to let him by because the tyre difference is going to be huge. And here, Cones is desperate to get past Capital. He's going to go for a move, I feel like, at 130
Same as the Red Bulls are going for it. On the 130 yard, they are side by side, and they keep it going clean into the last corner. There's a contact between these two. Cameron gets ahead, but has done it out of the track, and I wonder if he has to give the place back. He is not. He's pushing like absolutely pushing.
Axel's coming back at him though. He's going to get the move in turn 1. No, he's just too far. And Cole just found us on the outside. And he can't get past Copper Cup still.
And she's going to switch back.
He's got deep. Here comes Taz on the outside. And he's going to lose 2 minutes. Oh no! Taz lost the car. Oh, there goes Copper Cup.
Same as Casper. He's thankfully still running, but his potential for a good result has gone.
Oh my god. Cole is now set free now to go after these guys. Oh, but Kappa Cop's just run on, trying his best on.
And the car is spun.
Oh, Google's just. Oh, yeah, Google.
Hold on a second.
Oh boy.
Did Google just spin around?
Yes. And let's just.
All by himself?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Google's started already in the F1 chat, so he's not going to come back. Okay. So, let's just not talk about that anymore.
Yes, we'll not be talking about that, as the Red Bulls are still 1-2. And if Cameron stays and wins this Grand Prix, he takes the championship lead. So, the Red Bulls are on the 1-2 places. Luke has gone for a moment, but it's fully understable, as he looks like Cameron. Well, the DRS is enabled, but not in this lap. Cameron stays ahead of his teammate, and they might be just going 1-2 at the moment. But Aurelien is very, very close to his teammate. And he was looking for a move, but he did not make the one.
Okay, I've just sent you a message, Dino, sorry.
Yep, fine. As Cameron is still on the lead of the Grand Prix. Casper retires in the pits.
Alright, but Taz has caught back up to these guys, and then obviously he's brought along every single soft run over them. So Cohen's now, they just need to stay for these guys' DRS and just hope he can get a move done. Because Axel's the only car he needs to get past who will hinder him.
Scapa has left the session as well, so... Well, that's 2 more retirements to this Grand Prix.
Yep. As we're down now to...
Oh, Le Pen nearly spins round and Diogo has got to move, same as Liotul in the 3rd.
Oh, no, Axel's not going to let this go though. Taz has got a lot of momentum coming here. Is he going to go for a move on Cones here for P2?
And I wonder about the mediums right now.
Oh, he looked like he was going for the inside, but he backed out of Taz. Now, can Cones take the lead with DRS, remember?
As you can see, Lee is using ERS and DRS both, but he's already lacking the ERS power. So he might stay in the 2nd still, and 3rd, and he stays in the 3rd still. Yeah,
Cones was just too far back for him to make a move. Look at Taz has got so much grip to Cones, but Cones is putting his car in the right place.
And also look how close the top 2 are.
I know, Cones is just sticking to Cameron as best as he can now, and Taz is just trying to make a move past Cones.
As you can see, Lee is looking for a move on Diogo. He's backing off in order not to turn into Diogo. As Diogo might be looking for a move into the hairpin, and he will look for a move on the hairpin. Oh, look at Lee!
Taz went for that though, when Cones is already there. And they're going to lose time to Cameron now.
As they're side by side into Spoon, and they are going, and Diogo still is ahead. He's lost 4/10 of a second.
Yeah, that was a very aggressive move by Lee there. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets reported.
Still, no position changes at the moment.
Yep, but Actor is doing quite well. He's currently P4. Stay behind these guys. Lee's running out of ERS now. Cole just needs to get nose. He needs to be up to a certain gap to Cameron to take the lead. And he couldn't do it this lap. He's only 2.5 tenths behind. Now 3 tenths. Cameron needs to push hell to get away, but I don't think he's going to do it. Cole's going to be close enough to get him here. And Cameron's forced him to the outside. Is he going to get him a clear turn 1? And he's going to do it. Oh, Cameron goes wide.
And he loses also the 2nd place to Liotul. He's now not in the championship lead.
No, but that was a brilliant move by Coles going to the outside and just squeezing Cameron onto the apex, which made him lose the car for a second. Oh, this is good. Well, I can tell this is going to be a 10 race to elite.
Well, don't say that, don't celebrate already, but looks like Diogo is on the open way to win if he still pulls away. Because he's on the better tires for the laps remaining.
Well, let's just say... No, yeah. You remember back, obviously, at Portugal, when he could have definitely been on the podium, even the top step, but then his wheel decided to just shut down.
Yeah, and this is what I mean.
Yeah, let's just hopefully we can't, so this can't happen. Oh shoot, yeah, I need to do that.
As looking at the top 10, looking at the further places, it looks like it's standing still.
Yeah, Axel's
pretty much
doing really well on tyres about 8 laps older than the guys behind him. But he does have the advantage of DRS, is all I'm going to say too.
Yup, as Lee is closing down on cones yet again, but he's got no ERS, and that's the problem for him. Even though he's gaining, he's already a 10 behind, but he will stay behind as well. Oh, there's a mistake there's an error from Diogo, and Liotul takes the lead.
Yeah, but Lee does not want to be in a position with that much ERS. Unless he can get away from cones.
But it's hard to do so.
Yeah, exactly. Cones has got the better ERS and the better tyres, obviously, for the stint. So Lee needs to push like hell to build a gap before DRS. And Cones just needs to stay with him. Oh, I don't know what's happening. We've got 7 laps to go, so these guys are going to go 13 laps on softs, and Cones' mediums are going to be fine. The softs are going to be a bit iffy.
As I look at the tires, Le Pen is going to finish his race on the 21 laps old mediums.
Well, Taz has got past Cones and has got 8 tenths ahead of him now. So Taz is going full out. He's using all these ERS.
Just in order to get away.
Yeah, Codes knows he just needs to stick to him now, and he'll have a chance later in the race. And yeah, Taz's ERS is going to hurt him on the straight so much. But Cameron isn't catching these guys as quickly as he wants, because he's got no ERS also.
As it's 7/10 of a difference, Diogo has decided not to use ERS. He's still closing down on the AlphaTauri, but he will be happy to stay behind at the moment.
DRS train, woo!
Yay! Even though Cameron is 1.2 seconds behind on the top two, and he's got his teammate right on his tail.
I can't believe Axe is doing such a good job to keep it to the guy. He's got double the amount of length on his tires than the guy ahead of him.
0.3 of a second are separating the Red Bulls. Same as Leppenroth from Wagner. So as you can see, there's a big DRS train, and the gap between the leader and
the
driver on the 13th is 6 seconds. Between the third and 13th.
Sorry, go on.
And from the 3rd to 13th, there's 4.4 seconds of a gap. 4.3.
All I'm going to say, in certain corners, Cones is now gaining time. So I feel like the softs are starting to die off for Taz right now, or Lee. So Cones might actually have a good chance now to get the move and get away. Because he was gaining that 10th or 2 in the hairpin in sector 2.
As I'm following the Red Bulls, is Leppenroth going for a move on the inside of Cameron Downs, or maybe the outside line? He's definitely looking for it. It's not over yet.
I've got bad vibes from this. Cameron's struggling unless he's got some sort of damage.
And he's got no ERS at least to say. Leppenroth is going for a move around the outside for the 3rd place between the Red Bulls. There is a fight, and he gets ahead.
Axe is doing an if he gets a podium from this,
that's going to be amazing.
That's going to be an incredible stint for Axa. Corns is keeping the tabs. The gap's now only dotting a lot now from 5 to 7 tenths.
It actually all depends on the warnings for track limits.
Yes, I'm going to quickly look at that since you can't look, obviously. Okay. So it's iffy for both of them.
So it's tricky, yes? Okay.
Well, yeah, the same sum it up, essentially.
Okay, we'll be following. Who do you mean?
But I feel like... Nah, I can't say it because it'll make it link up to it. Well, I don't know if I say it or not.
Then we'll just leave it as a mystery.
Yeah, but Lee's just trying to get away, but obviously this one Cone's DRS is just going to help him here. Because Lee's just running out every time here. So Cones, if he can get closer, can probably take him on the front stretch. As they're going to get to Gooel's lap car, who didn't join back, unfortunately.
Yup, there's a fight for the 8th. There's a fight for the 8th. As Trukfuma overtakes Aves for the 8th, they will be fighting side by side into turn 1, or maybe we'll switch back to the top 2.
No. Wow, yeah, I've seen the gaps. Jesus Christ, the gap drop. Taz's tyres, I think, are starting to go off now. And Gooel's... Oh, not Gooel. Cones is better here, I just help.
Oh, there's a spin of Wojciech!
Oh!
And he's completely broken his front wing.
Oh, no, Tim as well!
So we got 2 spins at the same corner at once.
Yeah, there's debris everywhere. That won't cause anything. Just yellow flag for sector 1. But Tim's, I think he just span out a I don't know, but Massey's got no front wing at all. But he's doing really well.
He has to pit and maybe go for the fastest lap.
Yep, as they've just passed Gooel's lap car now. The gap's only 5 tenths this time.
Wojciech was just letting by people, as we can see. It's 2.3 seconds between the Red Bull of Leppenroth and the top 2.
But Cones is inching closer and closer every lap now. So
he's saving ERS for that overtake.
Yeah, if Cones can get the gun, he could get it here on the front stretch. It's 4 tenths
behind.
He needs to be less than 3 tenths coming out of the corner to make it. But Taz's tyres are going to start feeling really bad now. And I don't think he's going to do it. He's just a bit too far back. Yeah, he's just going to be too far back. Cole's might be nicking this lap.
Oh,
But
there's Ero Ps. There's... And getting us out of the race. Same as Sindberg. We've got late safety car.
Oh wow, that's going to shake me up. So Taz and Matuka would have cut to Wiggly. Oh, they crashed out when Glock crashed out. Oh, wow. So I think they've been in contact side by side. And then they just killed each other.
And what's insane is we can't see both of these drivers out of the race, but this happened. We've suddenly got chaos.
I'm gonna say Google's AI is stupid. Look what it's just pitted for.
Has he gone really for hard?
No, mediums. It's got the medium. 13 lap old mediums. This is an AI, everyone, and it's the fact it's not picking softs, it's picking. But I don't know who this is going to work for now. Because wait a minute, don't we have to? No, we can't. Oh yeah.
So, we're having 2 laps of racing, regardless of how many people will catch the pack.
Yes. So Taz of the safety cars, they're sitting in turn 1 and turn 2. And these guys have got deltas, and then who's going to be on fresh softs at the end? Wrigley, Tim, and Wojciech all have fresh softs. That's if they catch up. I don't know who's going to have a better tyre now. I don't know if the mediums are going to be good, or the softs are going to help, or we're going to benefit from this.
What if the drivers on the brand new softs, who are Linderson, Dumontier, and Lutinsky, all of those 3 on the last places, what if these drivers will gain a lot of places? But it all depends on if they are catching up, as Cameron and Wagner are both pitting.
Oh, that's bold.
Stemes Fuma.
Oh, that's what Cameron for wing damage.
So that's why he was probably pitting.
Yes, so Waitro's going to get the position.
And Cameron will be only Nick.
And Wrigley. Yeah, Loki and David got past them, obviously. And here comes Google's Ghost, who might actually take them. Oh, they're going to be behind the AI now. That's yep. Fun. Yeah, so we're going to have obviously 1 lap safety car to go. This is good. At the end of this lap, they will go in regardless for 2 laps of racing. I don't know what to call now. I don't know if Lee's tyres are going to be good enough, or is Cole's going to do something, or is someone going to spring a surprise? Because if Axel holds on to this podium, that is sensational.
Well, he might be.
Oh wow! But he's got to deal with Josh now. He's going to be right behind him this time. We're going to have no DRS for 2 laps to finish this race now. So this could be Taz's chance to win his first Ero race.
It's just first start, remember. He had the chance in Portugal, but well, he just went for it on Gul. Gul went for it on him, and
let's just yeah, but the safety car is going to be in regardless. Tim and Wrigley are going to catch up to the safety car. Wojciech might just at the end.
Chibukem and Cameron both are trying to overtake Gul, who's lapped. Are we allowing this one? Because he's goes anyway.
You know, yeah, the mic didn't. I've just started lagging there. If I get this.
Okay, safety car is in this lap on the meantime. As we've got 2 final laps of the Japanese Grand Prix.
Hit the wall. Okay, so I'll just turn internet off something, so hopefully it works.
Okay. Meanwhile, Taz, Lee O'Toole is about to restart this race for one last time. We've got 2 laps of racing to decide the race winner of the Japanese Grand Prix. He nearly hits the wall, and this might be a chance for Diego Moraes to take the lead of the race and maybe even the victory. They're side by side into turn 1. Who can take the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix? He's going on the outside, and will he take the lead? Yes, he has done it. But look at Lee. They are side by side. They are literally banging wheels, and looks like it's going to be contact between these 2.
Oh, and Cameron's got a 5-second penalty. He overtook apparently. Oh, that's going to be forward.
Well, this is definitely big controversy on these final laps, as Lee's chance to win goes away yet again.
But the question is, how much of a gap is Cole's going to build before the end? Because Axel's, remember, on 8 laps old tyres.
And remember that guys on the 8th and 9th are both having time penalties. Cameron goes for a move on Duke Fuma for the 7th place. And can he make it stick on the Red Bull? Yes, he has.
Stinos and Wojciech side by side for P5. And they're all squeezing each other. And Stinos is going to get the P5.
The Ferrari goes ahead. And Luke is currently on the 3rd. Looks like Diogo is about to win the Japanese Grand Prix, but the side-by-side battle is between Cameron and Wagner, and maybe even he will try to overtake Navis into 5th place. There's will to will, and Cameron takes the 6th.
Here comes Cameron, he's going to go for the move! No, he backs out at last second. But,
as you can see, Cameron has already used all of his ERs for this lap, so he needs to use all of his overtake mode on this one.
Yep, Axe is doing really well. He's just got to hold up for 1 lap now on his 21 lap old mediums. And he'll absolutely recognise a P2, which should be a stunning result from where he started. Oh no, he started in P2. What about that?
Yep.
But obviously, there's a completely mental change of strategy. But Collins is just pulling away. Obviously, Axe's tyres are really old. But Josh could actually be on for another ball. Oh, the lead goes wide. Here goes Stinos. Oh, Stinos is spun around.
And it's a trouble. It's troubles for Cameron as well.
Cameron had to go in the gravel to get past him. Oh, but Stinos' chance for the podium's gone. Oh.
It happened yet again as Cameron is about to overtake August as well. We'll see. They both are having 3 seconds of time penalties. Yellow flag is out for Stein.
But Collins is currently 1.9 ahead of everyone now. He could win his first race here in Ero. 2 seconds ahead of Axe. And looks like Axe is going to manage somehow to get to the podium on this different strategy. But Collins, the Portuguese man, as Cameron gets past Wrigley for P7.
That's actually interesting.
Wait till Loki are going to be side by side to the line. And Collins is going to take part.
Oh, there's a contact, major contact between Cameron and Wagner.
Oh.
Both title contenders out of this race.
No, Stinos and Taz are going to get the points. Oh no, Taz left. Oh my word! So that means Wojciech. Oh wait, does that count with Tino then? If Stinos are going to pass them.
Yep, he did. My. Indeed.
Oh my!
They have not crossed the line, but this has been one of the weirdest races.
Oh, okay. Let's just say after Baku being quiet, I can tell Japan's going to be busy. Kill me.
So, Diogo Moraes at the moment wins the Japanese Grand Prix. But there's a big controversy with him and Lyotul.
That's not the only one, because Cameron lost from P6 to P10 now. Oh, and
I feel like I've already got enough action for today, and well, Saudi Arabia Grand Prix is not going to be this exciting.
You gotta remember, Wojciech got P7 up from an F2 reserve, but the podium is called Axe, who obviously turned a different strategy, and Josh gets another podium. And Liam, Loki, Tim, Wojciech, Wrigley, Stinos, and Cameron. Wojciech, unfortunately, will lose out on the points from that. Taz, Guil, Pachuca, Sniper, Capricorn, Ken, and Mr. Moto. Oh, God.
So, 1 point for Cameron. Disconnection for Guil. This means the gap is 18 points. Well, that have been weird since we'll be switching probably to the conference. It will be quicker than usual, I guess, because we're having the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at very short notice.
The fact that we've got half an hour, so
yep. So we'll be going to F1 conference room.
Okay.
So, Josh, not Cameron, Diogo, Aurelian.
Oh,
I should be back. Anyone is here? No. Well. This race has been crazy as usual. As always it happens when you have a late safety car. Like, then all of the drivers actually are going crazy.
you know what I mean? Literally, their front track's blowing up.
As usual.
Yeah, but well, no, Baku didn't. But then of all the races in Japan, I'm like, oh, it won't be that bad. It has literally so. Ah, tell me, brothers. Okay, so what's next week's race actually before they join?
Before they join, the next race is British Grand Prix. And I have only one memory, and I would have showed that one if there was no copyrights for
Who just
from
joined?
F1. That's the race winner, and that's the third place.
Just Josh started screaming yet or not?
I guess.
Oh, and there's Actor.
And all of that mess, I forgot who's got the pole position.
Coleman's.
Hey,
It was Coleman's. It was Coleman's and Actor in the front row.
congrats.
Yeah, but Axel, how the hell do you manage that different strategy and still got P2? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh, 21 lamp mediums. Oh yeah, I was getting.
But honestly, in EFR, in my team, they said the pit window was lap 4 to 6. So when the safety car happened, it was the easiest choice. But honestly, I think I would won without the second safety car. But anyway, because I was close.
So, well, the first question of all that must have been asked goes to actually Diogo for myself and your own view from the incident with Lee on the penultimate lap.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to give as much space as I could, but not opening the door. Also, I mean, it was really unfortunate. I think I gave enough space, but I'll ask him for his pub because yeah, I never like to be involved in crashes, and he spun. So that's really unfortunate, but I mean it was an ultimate lap, battle for the win. No DRS, so it had to be wheel to wheel in a corner. So I think none of us wanted to give the battle away, and yeah, that happened.
Sorry, I was just watching Sniper's video of how he got killed. So Batuka was going to pit to retire, and he missed the pit lane and lost the car, and Sniper was unfortunately in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Christ.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
crashed.
Yeah, Patuka was trying to pit. He lost the car and into the pit lane, and Sniper just couldn't stop in time, obviously.
How'd you lose the car into the pit lane?
Because he turned and then hit the curb in, obviously, with a little bump on the pit lane entry. And then his car just completely went flying to the left. But, alright, sorry, we'll start this off now, obviously. Sorry, I was just busy doing that. So, I guess we'll start with Josh, who's obviously got back-to-back podiums after Baku.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm going to tell he's happy about it so much.
2 weeks and I haven't had a single warning.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm about.
So how do you feel about today's race? Because you started P8, didn't you? Or P7?
P9.
Yeah, fair.
It was a tough race. Japan is always a tough race for me. It's one of the tracks where you're on the turn quite a lot for a long part of the race. So it's quite tiring. but I kept it clean. I didn't get a single contact or a warning. Same as Baku, which I was happy about, and yeah, it's actually paying off.
Yeah, but obviously it just shows your pace is really good, obviously, and your pace is just getting better and better every race, it looks like so far.
Yeah, it's good. I'm racing a bit more now. Usually I would just be doing Ero and one other league, but I've kicked it up to about 4 a week now. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to not just be a man in the middle and try and put my number in the hat.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But as long as you're enjoying yourself, and obviously your pace is just getting better and better, as I've just said, literally. But obviously, how did you feel about today's race in general, about yourself, like the pace and all that, and keeping out of trouble?
The pace was good. I was a bit irritated being behind Wojciech now because he was really slow through the S's, and it was really touch and go whether I should push or not on him. He was derating quite a lot, and it just wasn't enough to get the move with the safety cars coming out at the exact wrong time for me. So it was a bit annoying, especially the first one. The second one was okay, but it was a bit early for the softs. I wish it would come out a little bit later and we'd be okay, and there probably wouldn't have been a third, which I wouldn't have minded, but also I did gain. But yeah, it was good. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to jump a place if someone gets reported and penalised. I'm not sure, but I guess I'll wait and see. But I'm not going to.
Let's just say I could tell I'm going to be pretty busy, is all I'm going to say, because I know I'm going to have tons to deal with.
Yeah.
God's sake. But well done, Josh, obviously, for your P3 today's race. And how do you feel for Silverstone next week? Is it
Silverstone?
I think it is, or not. I can't remember. 2-6.
I don't know. Well, hopefully,
yeah, it is British. Yeah.
Hopefully a triple. We can go back to back.
And this is when Josh wins the race.
Yes. Also, my
So-
question about the teammate of Josh.
Sorry, what about my teammate?
Yes. What about your teammate and his crush, apparently?
Mm,
Yeah, he wasn't too happy, but he wasn't. I don't think he believes Cones did too much wrong. Yeah, I think he believes it's more of a racing incident, but don't take it at face value from me. But yeah, a bit annoyed, but he did well to help me out and keep some people behind, and then push away and leave me with people ahead without DRS for me to catch up with. So he played a good role today, and yeah, Cameron's not the most happy with his race, so we'll see how that goes.
yeah. But obviously we'll jump on to AXA P2. Obviously he tried a completely different strategy and somehow got a podium out of it. So AXA, how did you feel about today's race?
Honestly, I was a bit gutted when I saw rain connection in the quali, because I was quite fast. I did 0.6, so it was very nice. So I was a bit disappointed, but P2 was nice. And for the race, yes, but I said it before. I wanted to start in soft, because it was better to try to pull away from Cam, etc. But we didn't success to do it, and so safety car decided to box, and I was in really nice position before the second one, so that's a bit.
Yeah, but what I'm very want to say is that the fact that both Red Bulls yet again were fighting.
Yeah, I will
Not
come
letting each other
to
go.
this. Yes, I wanted to defend, but I knew that with the DRS I will have no chance. But I tried to stay in front for the 3 laps. And unfortunately, during the battle, I forgot to put 53 on my brake balance on the last chicane. That was I do everything in this corner. So I locked up. I don't know how we say, but I lock up my rear. So I try to catch the car, and unfortunately we collide.
Yeah, but at least you've managed
So
to keep
sorry
it
for
somehow
him.
somewhat clean, and then obviously finish the race in P2. Obviously, because you're the only guy who had tires that were that old on track as well. But
What do you mean?
how do you feel for Silverstone next week then, Axel?
That's a nice track. I like it. It's maybe not the track I'm the fastest, but we'll try to do a nice result.
Yeah, but obviously, congrats obviously for another P2 this season, and obviously you never know what can happen next week.
Yeah.
So, and obviously we can be with the Coens for his first a victory here in ERO, if he's still here.
Finally.
Yep. So, how did you feel about today's obviously getting pole position here today, Coens?
Yeah, when I saw it was raining, in quali, I just hoped that the race was also in the rain. But I had a really nice quali. It was tricky at the end because Jeff was telling that it would have stopped raining in the last few minutes of the quali. Cameron tried and did not work, but I was thinking about it also, but came with Inters. Was improving the last lap and got that invalidated, but it was a really nice quali at the end. And and then in the race, the strategy was the same of Axe. Put on the softs and try to get away from Cameron and from the medium runners. But we couldn't. Cameron was really fast. And in the first safety car, I thought it was really too early to put the mediums. And just stayed on track. I think almost everyone on the soft stopped. But stayed on track. Cameron went fly by me. I just stuck with him. And in the second safety car, it saved me. Although I was in the mediums in this track are amazing. And I knew the softs would drop off a lot in the last few laps. After that last safety car, it was a shame because I had it all in my mind. Attack in the last two laps. Leroy was out of battery. I had a almost full battery. Was just managing the race. Yeah, that safety car came to mix things a little bit up, and in the end, for that accident.
Well, obviously today we just had absolutely like overtakes everywhere. Obviously for like people in the hairpin, we had people over 130R. Axel was side by side with Colt. Was Cameron with it?
Yeah.
And then obviously you obviously just kept your way out of trouble and just kept your moves going, obviously. But what was your view when obviously you came out the safety car and you were the only one in mediums, obviously?
Yeah, I thought they would I mean, at least Cameron would fly by the guy on the hards and Dax on the mediums. But I thought I could maybe catch up with him in the last laps. But I don't know. He was really slow. I don't know if he got damaged or an overtake or so, because he was really. I mean, it's Cameron. On the softs, on brand new softs. He should gain three or 4 seconds for X, for example, on using mediums, but I don't know. And I tried to hold on the softs behind me. Leroy was one of them. Because I knew it was an effort for 5 or 6 laps, and then I would have the tire advantage. So try to keep them out behind as much as I could. Leroy was trying hard to pass, trying on the hairpin and so on. But fair play. It was good battles. Yeah, it was a nice win, I think, in the end of the race.
Well, unless the team's got anything to ask, I think we can end the stream so everyone can go and watch the Saudi Arabia race that's due in 15 minutes.
Just for your information, at the very start of my end of race speech, Yuki Tsunoda is probably out of the race.
He is.
His car has stopped.
So we're going to be 18 runners now. Nice.
Yup. Speaking about the standings, Goyle still leads the way, 18 points ahead of Cameron because of whatever happened on the final lap. The
Wage
driver's
not hit
standards. The driver's
Wage-
standards.
No. Wage not hit the pit wall and Cameron unfortunately smashed into him. So Wage not DNF and Cameron smashed out because of it. So he got very unlucky.
Yup. But the driver's standards have gone way downhill through the laps of this race, regardless. So, yep, that race has gone from a very enjoyable one on the lap 1 to actually battle royale on the last lap, or more like bumper cars. I'll be honest. But still, Guillaume Dernier leads the way ahead of Cameron Dowdson. We've got Lependrew on the 3rd place, and he might be joining championship battle pretty soon if he gets one more podium in Britain, and the top 2 will have troubles yet again. Then we've got Diogo Moraes 87, Chukfuma 72, Pulkinen 68, Evans 51, Aves 40, Engelinen 38, and Gardig 33. That's the top 10 of the Ero Ps F1. And speaking about constructors, Haas 244, Red Bulls 239, Mercedes 114, Alfa Romeo 101, AlphaTauri has got a nice amount of points, Aston Martin and Williams both having 47, Alpine 37, Ferrari 35, and McLaren's 16. So I guess this is where we end this stream, and I hope you enjoyed that one. Also, a reminder to click a like and subscribe button. And next week, we're seeing each other in Britain in normal time at 6 p.m. UK. Goodbye.
Bye.
And also, this race
Bye.
has got pretty low driver standards. Like, they were non-existent at the end.
End the stream.
Hence why I must do something about it.
Just end the stream.
Yes.